Welcome to Perfect Diamond Painter, although you don't have to be perfect to make something amazing. Okay, hello, welcome. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Today's just going to be a quick little whip and chat on this boy and girl, Red Love. They're in love. They're looking at each other like they're in love. And I wanted to hop on here real fast. It's not going to be long. I had to go to town, get some stuff earlier. Just got back. But I wanted to do a video because one is Valentine's Day and I didn't get a video up yesterday. It's been, my husband had to go to work in the middle of the night for 2 nights, so he's home during the day, and it's not really, I don't like recording. There's a lot of people around. Gotta get my pen and stuff ready. I should have had that all ready before I pushed play. But it's ready now. I'm almost done with this. I did this whole thing yesterday. Then I started right here, but then I stopped to watch TV last night. Sorry, I had to get a drink. So happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Hope you're having a very good day. Mine has been good so far. I just went to town. That's about all I did. Been trying to get stuff situated with my uncle that passed away. Yeah, it's been, probably didn't tell you guys. I posted it on Facebook. But my uncle, Mark, he was only 55. He was found in his room, or in his house, gone. His friend went over there at 6:30 in the morning and knocked on the door, and my uncle didn't open the door, so he, I guess, found a window that was already opened and crawled in the window and found my uncle. It's being investigated. I don't know what happened. None of us do. He's only 55, so it could have been a heart attack or something, but I don't know too much details about it. They've been talking to my other uncle, my only living uncle that I have left. But he lives in, let's say, he lived in California for a while, but I forgot where my aunt said he lives now. I have one aunt and one uncle left. The uncle that just passed was the baby of the family. He was my grandma's youngest and a surprise baby. She thought she was done, and then this one came along. We used to go to the same school, it's called Twin Hills. He was in high school, and I was in grade school, I think. He's a few years older than me. Like I think like 8 years. Yeah, this last year, it's been horrible for her. It just seems like one after another of my family is just gone. I don't know how, this is on my mom's side. I don't know how many is left on the other side, because I don't really talk to them. We're trying to get him down here where we can put him with his other brother. Then I just found out that my other uncle that passed earlier, sometime last year, in 2024, nobody's ever got his ashes. He's still up there. So we're going to try to get them both down here and put them both with my Uncle Rocky. So my mom's out with it's my grandma, my grandpa, and my Uncle Rocky, all beside each other. And then my Uncle Ricky, he's out there. He was put out there with Grandma or Grandpa one. And then my mom's there. And then we have it planned and all set up. I have it all set up for my Aunt Linda, which is my mom's twin sister, to be put there. But her daughter, which is my cousin's, never brought her down here to be put out there. So, I don't know. It just seems like last year, she passed away a couple of years ago, and still I haven't seen her daughter. So, I don't know. And my brother, I don't know where they ever put his ashes. I know they gave all of us some, all the, like, that was there, his sons. And then me and my other brother. We had one for my other brother, but he didn't show up. But I started a GoFundMe to raise some money to see if we can, because it's going to be $2,000 to have him cremated. And my Uncle Ronnie is trying to raise some money too. And then he wanted my aunt to start a GoFundMe, but she doesn't know how to do any of that, so she had me to do it. So, yeah, I started it. I am trying to raise enough for the cremation, and then for the opening and closing, because I'll have to pay $200 to open, and I'll have to pay it twice, one for him and one for my other uncle. So that's 4, and then if we can get my aunt, which I don't know if we can, that'll be 6. I'm going to try to get a hold of my cousin to see if we can get Linda down here too, where she can be with her sister. They were always together, and after my mom passed, Linda pretty much gave up. I've seen it in couples, like when they've been married so long, then the husband can't go on after the wife. My grandpa did that. He gave up after my grandma. And then when I worked in the nursing home, I seen it. This woman passed, and the day of the funeral, they went to get her husband up for the funeral, and he was gone. So they had to postpone. Then, causing mischief. Are you causing mischief? They had to postpone it where they could get him ready. That's the first time I'd seen it. It's in the nursing home. It took me a while to toughen myself up in a nursing home. They told me you can't feel it all. You have to toughen yourself up. Because when I first started, I was bawling all the time. Like every corner, every turn, something happened. I was bawling. But I'm going to, I don't know if you guys can, if anybody can help me out, I'm going to post the link to the GoFundMe in this video, and probably do it in videos after this one. Try to raise the money. And anybody that can, if you can donate anything at all, I would greatly appreciate. I hate asking people for stuff. I just hate it. I like to do stuff on my own. I don't like having to ask people for stuff. I don't want people to think I'm using them. But if anybody, any of my subscribers could donate anything where we can get my uncle home with his parents and brothers and sister, I'd greatly appreciate it. And anyone that does donate, this isn't me trying to bribe anybody or anything. Anyone that does donate, I will put everyone that donates into like a pot, a drawing, something for a giveaway. I don't know how much the giveaway will be or what was going to be in the giveaway, so I can't show you yet. It'll probably be me buying stuff just here and there and trying to get it together to try to get enough to have a pretty decent giveaway. And when I get the stuff and we get together, then I'll show everybody. Excuse me, sorry about that. And see if you guys like it. You know, my aunt, when she called me to tell me about my uncle, she said my family's all gone. Because it's just two of them now. Her and her brother. And she's one of the youngest. And the brother that's left is the oldest. He's the oldest of them all. And he's 76 years old. And he told my aunt was telling me that he told her that he didn't think that he would outlive all of his brothers. but he has outlived all of them. And my aunt, she's the youngest girl. My grandma had only three girls. She had, see, there's Ronnie, there's Rocky, there's Ricky, JD, Mark, Ronnie, Rocky, Ricky, JD, Mark, my mom, which was Glinda, my Aunt Linda, and my Aunt Jeannie. So 8. And she had another one that she lost right after it was born. I think that's all of them. So, and now there's only 2. I had 4 brothers. I'm the only girl. And my baby brother's the one we lost. And you know, you think you're over it, but then you start thinking about it. And I can't think about it because he's my baby brother. I tear up. And the song, after my mom passed away, I could not listen to, I don't know how many of you will know the song, Blake Shelton, The Baby. Because when she was in the hospital, she said she was always telling me that she was worried that I was going to leave her up there. I told her, I'm not leaving the hospital without you. Because at that time, we thought she's going to get to come home, and I was going to make her come live with me. Get her down here where she can have health care, and I was going to get her, try to help her get on disability, and all this stuff, because she was getting older. She needed help, and nobody would help her. And she agreed to it. And we thought she'd be in the hospital a couple weeks and then get to come home, because I told her that she had a couple years, and then it went to 6 months. And then they tried to do the radiation, I think it was, but she couldn't lay down flat because it was lung cancer that she had. And it was like right in the middle of like her airway that went into the lung. I forgot the name. It's some long name is the name of the cancer. And when they tried to do the radiation, they about lost her trying to do radiation on her. And then they realized she couldn't do radiation because she couldn't have the breathing machine in there while she was in there. And then they had to put her on the bypass machine or something that breathed for her, where, you know, you're just there, you can't talk, you can't do anything. It's breathing for you. And she was on that half the time I was in there. But when she was off of it, or when she was in there, I should say, I was there with her. But she said that Gary probably wouldn't come up there to see her because he was having trouble at that time. So, but when he found out, he came up there and he brought her a stuffed dog from the gift shop and gave it to her. And when he walked in, she goes, "There's my baby," and looked at the nurse and said, "That's my baby." So now the song Baby, or I forgot the name of it. I think it's just called Baby. I can't listen to because nope. Can't do it. I don't know how much more we can take. What do you want? Are you patting me? My cat's over here patting me. Oh, it's been 20 minutes. I've been jabbering for 20 minutes. But yeah, if any of you at all can contribute, donate, and then I think I can see on it who donates. Then that way, because when I had one up for my mom, I could see who did it. Is it my mom? It was a long time ago. I was in a couple of Facebook groups, like for The Walking Dead, and some of them helped and donated. And I did a giveaway thing because I was an admin of one of the groups. So I did a giveaway of some Walking Dead stuff to get my mom home. Yeah, my mom was in 2016. My grandma was 2012. My grandpa was a year and almost a half after my grandma. He just lost all the spark in him. I remember growing up because I was raised by them. They raised me. It was always Mama. He never called her Shirley. He always called her Mama. And he was bringing her a puppy one time. He had it wrapped in his coat. And the puppy had peeked its little pink nose out. It's an all white puppy. It snuck its little nose out. And, what do you want? Come here. My grandma said, and he said, Mama, I brought you something. And she goes, you brought me a pig. He got all excited because he thought she thought he brought her a pig. And he stops and he goes, no, but do you want a pig? He said, I brought you this. And it was a little white puppy that she named Snowball. But for her first thought was, you brought me a pig. She always called him Daddy. His Mama and Daddy. And my grandpa always called me Boozy or Susie Q. That was my nicknames. If anybody, I'm going to get off here in a minute. If anybody has any questions about the GoFundMe, you can let me know. I put information on the GoFundMe. I put his name. I don't think I put his age. Yeah, I might have. But I put his name. And I don't know what happened. We don't know what happened, why he passed. I'm trying not to say words that aren't allowed on YouTube. I think passed is okay. But I don't know why. It's actually being investigated as of why and how. And they're talking to my Uncle Ronnie. The police got in touch with him and told him They don't know how long he was gone before the friend found him. So, but we just want to get them, my Uncle JD and my Uncle Mark, back here where they can be all together again. For as long as I can remember, Mark had lived with Grandma and Grandpa. Because, you know, he's on disability too. So they all lived together. But then when Grandma and Grandpa got where they couldn't take care of themselves, they had to move in with my Aunt Jeannie. And she took care of them up until the time that they both passed. And she took care of Ricky too. And they don't even know what happened to Ricky. He was fine one day, and then the next day she went out there because he lived in a little trailer, like RV trailer behind her house, and she went out there to wake him up and give him his breakfast, and she couldn't get him to wake up. And she freaked out and went to get her husband. See, and that's the one she was closest to, because they were like close in age. Ricky and my Aunt Jeannie were really, they were close in age and really close. So, and my mom and her twin were the close ones. Ronnie and JD were close. They each had their ones they was closest with. And then Mark, I don't know if it's Ronnie and Rocky, I think, was the close ones. And then I think it's JD and Mark was the close ones. I'm pretty sure. I don't think none of my brothers, I was closest probably to, I was only raised with Donald. I didn't get to be raised with my other brothers. I have memories of my oldest brother. He was kind of a little bully when we were little. Is bully allowed to be said? I hope that's allowed. But he would want us to play with him. But then he wanted to play and us watch him. That was us playing with him. And if we touched his cars, because it's toy cars, he would have a fit. And one day, my grandpa seen it, or my grandma and grandpa had seen it. And they went out there and they split up all the cars and made us, him let us all play with some. And then he didn't want to play. I still have 3 brothers. But we all said we was going to start hanging out and doing stuff together and spending more time together before something happens, but you know, it doesn't happen. But I guess I'm going to get off of here. I will leave the link to the GoFundMe in the description, in the basement, as Diamond Grandma calls it. And again, don't put yourself out to donate. Don't feel like just because I ask and that I have it up, that you have to. I don't want anybody to put their self out to do this. Because I know times are tough right now. I went and bought a dozen of eggs a while ago that cost me almost $6. I don't know why, but one little dozen of eggs is almost $6. And the big boxes we usually buy was $20. My son wants me to make meatloaf tonight, so I had to get some eggs, and goodness gracious. But yes, don't feel obligated. Just if you can. And I really appreciate it. And I started to say I love you all. Would that sound weird? Do you think it sounds weird? I've almost said it a couple of times, and I always stop myself because I don't know if it sounds weird. Yeah, I know I'm babbling today. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. It's been 31 minutes. So, thank you so much for watching. Oh yeah, let me show you guys my nails. I love these nails. And I want to show you my Zinnie. There's my Zinnie's head. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of the perfect diamond painting family. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. And remember, mistakes are a part of the bigger picture, and may even turn it into a masterpiece.